welcome to the second episode of the Golden Report with me, Medicare Mel.
And the goal of the Golden Report is to show the vibrant side of aging. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in, because the Golden Report with me, Medicare Mel, is not to be missed.
And now, introducing your host, Medicare Mel.
Thank you for coming. Hi, thank you. Nice to see you. You're wonderful. I love it. Oh. Love it. All right. I love it. Thank you all so much. Thank you, love givers. Aren't they excellent? Shout out to them. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the Golden Report with me, Medicare Mel, where we show the vibrant side of aging, okay? So listen, y'all, I am so excited about today's episode, okay? But before we get there, tell me, what did you all think about episode number 1, okay? Yes. Listen, it was phenomenal, right? It was so phenomenal. We had Mrs. Farrell. Okay, now, episode number 1, if you didn't check it out, you need to check it out, because it was all about how to live to 100. And we had Mrs. Farrell here, who is not just 100, not 105, but 110 years young. Oh, yes. Oh. Okay, and I mean, she definitely came in, gave us some wisdom. She is so vibrant and full of life. And I don't know about you all, but for me, I am definitely want to start eating sweet potatoes, okay? Yes, she said it was a superfood. And I mean, it's hard to top the first one, but today's episode, I'm hoping it's going to be even better, all right? Because today's episode is all about love, Yes, that's right. Love, L-O-V-E, love. We all need it, right? Yes, you need some love, huh? That right, Sugarfoot? Sugarfoot needs love. So I have some special guests. I have Bishop Harvey and First Lady Victoria Spencer, okay? Calm down, you gotta calm down. They're gonna be talking about love after 50, and they have been married, get this, you all, 39 years, okay? Yes, it's hard. Listen, I can't even keep up with my diet for a week, much less 39 years with another person, okay? All right, yes. So then after that, okay, we're gonna have our Ask Mel segment, where I'm gonna help you make some big decisions. We had some people write in, and it's a doozy, okay? And so we're gonna work out some life problems today, okay? And we got some good questions, all right? So before we get to our wonderful guest, in honor of this being an episode all about love, I think a meal, all right, is the way a person truly expresses love. Like they say, the way to a person's heart is through their stomach. I love it. You are a mess. Listen, I love an excited crowd, right? And so I have a representative from Feed My Sheep Food Bank in Durham to play some trivia with us today. And actually, it's our own love giver, Miss Rowdy Rose. She actually works with this food bank and a few of our other love givers, and they've been a phenomenal partner, okay? So she's gonna come on and play some little trivia with me, okay? So come on, Miss Rose, come on out. All right. Welcome. So tell us a little bit about Feed My Sheep Food Bank. I know this is a cause like really dear to your heart.
Yes, so we've been doing Feed My Sheep for 15 years. We started in Asbury Temple United Methodist Church under the tutelage of Shane Benjamin. So after Shane got us up and running, we were only doing 20 families a month. So then Erica Renee Evans took over. She became our CEO. We winded up feeding twice a month, and we're feeding thousands a month. We have a senior program, and we need volunteers, and we need help. We work on a shoestring.
So let me ask you a question. Come over close to me.
Oh, sure.
Okay, come over close. Oh, right now. So tell me something. How many people do you all feed a month?
1,000.
1,000 people, you all. Yes, that's a lot, especially. That's a lot of people, especially we are all dealing with inflation right now. And one of the things that has not come down, like houses have come down, but groceries have not. So what you all do is super important, okay? Now, on our previous episode, we had Mrs. Farrell, who's 110, and said that her go-to food, okay, was sweet potatoes. And she eats them every day. Now, do you know much about sweet potatoes?
That I don't like them?
You don't like them? Ooh. Well, listen, if you wanna live to 110, you need to get into them, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, I'm gonna read to you a few statements about sweet potatoes. We're gonna have a little fun with it, okay?
Right.
And you're gonna tell me if it's true or if it's false. You ready?
Okay, uh-huh.
All right, now, if you say something wrong, okay, DJ Wolverine over there, he's gonna buzz you.
Oh, my.
All right, let's hear the buzzer if she gets it wrong. Ooh!
I don't like that. I'm going to get it right.
All right, let's hear the buzzer if you get it right. Okay, let's go. All right, so true or false? Is a sweet potato a potato?
Yes.
No, false. Actually, a sweet potato is a root.
Okay.
It is not a potato, and believe it or not, it actually has less carbs as a sweet potato, and it's less starchy. So if you're doing like a low carb diet, you can eat sweet potatoes, okay? All right. Question number 2. Spinach is more nutritious than a sweet potato.
False.
False. Okay, you're
Yay!
right.
I got
You're right. You're exactly right. Actually, spinach, a sweet potato is more nutritious than spinach. So you're right, okay? I told you, Miss Farrell is on to something, right? At 110.
110.
Okay, last question. Are sweet potatoes the same as a yam?
No.
No? Okay, you're right.
No.
You're right. A sweet potato is different from a yam, okay? So listen, you did a fantastic job, okay? Now tell everyone, what is the best way to support Feed My Sheep Food Bank?
Volunteers, money. Our phone number, if you want to reach us, is 919-641-3481. And what we do, we need lots of volunteers. Cars are
And
always
what's the
welcome.
address to?
107 North Driver Street.
Okay, and what time and days do you all feed? Because it might be somebody watching who needs food.
Okay, we feed on the second and fourth Saturday of every month between the hours of 10 to 11:30 or 9:30 to 10. Okay, somewhere in there.
And it's a drive-through, correct?
It's a drive-through. You don't have to get out your car. You just pull up. The other part would be the Tuesday that we do. It's the last Tuesday of every month that we do our senior boxes. So we need someone to help us put the boxes into our senior cars for them. We also we need help sometime getting the senior boxes to seniors. Okay? So we have a bunch of things, but I'll give you more information. Please feel free to give us a call. We have a Facebook page. You can look us up. It says Feed My Sheep in Durham, North Carolina. You'll see pictures of us working it out.
Thank you so much. All right, listen, Rowdy Rose, you did a great job. Thank you so much. And when we come back, we're going to be talking all about love. So tell a friend to tune in, because these next 30 minutes are not to be missed. Hit it, DJ. Hello there. My name is Medicare Mel, also known as Melissa D. Hall. And besides being a talk show host, I actually own the Hall Insurance Group. So whether you need life insurance, health insurance, or maybe you even retired and do not know what to do with those 401k funds, I can help you. So please call my office at the Hall Insurance Group at 919-944-4515. Again, that's 919-944-4515. And you know, I can't help you if you don't call. back, and welcome to the Golden Report with me, Medicare Mel, where we show the vibrant side of aging. And today's episode is all about love. And the pastor and first lady of Greater Love Church in Raleigh, North Carolina, Bishop Harvey Spencer and his lovely wife, Victoria Spencer, have been married over 39 years and have married, get this you all, 32 couples, okay? So 27 of which are still together, okay? That's impressive. We have a divorce rate here of about 50%. Yes, yes. So I like to think they know a thing or two about love. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Victoria and Harvey Spencer. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's take a seat. All right. So, heard a little bit about you all. And I think it's an accomplishment when you can marry people and they stay married. So, for you two, was it love at first sight?
I believe it was.
Yes, absolutely.
So tell us the story. How'd you all meet?
Well, I met her when she was at a gas station.
A
and
gas
she was,
station?
Yes.
Okay.
And she was pumping gas. And I walked up to her and asked her, could I help her pump her gas?
Okay.
And I've been pumping her gas ever since.
Oh, Lord, Bishop. Oh, my gosh, Lord mercy.
Let me give some clarity to
Okay,
that.
let's get some.
That was during the time when they had what they called full service gas stations.
Yes, ma'am.
And they had just came into self-serve.
Okay.
And I didn't know how to self-serve my gas.
Okay, we're going to keep it lady like. But I also heard, too, because you all are from the same town, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that his father looked at you, okay, and he said that, because you were dating someone at the
I
time.
was.
And what did he say to you?
He looked at me and he told my boyfriend at the time, he said, when my son sees that girl, he's going to steal that girl from you.
Oh, my. Yes. And that's what happened.
And that's what happened.
Yes. So, how many children do you all have together?
We have 5 children.
And 2 together.
Okay.
And 2 together.
I love that. So it's a blended family going on here.
Yes, it is.
I love that. I think that, one thing we all know, having a blended family is challenging. So to see you all making it work and sticking it out is a great thing.
Yes, it was challenging, but we worked through it.
Yes.
With God's help,
Absolutely. So one of the reasons why I wanted to have you all on here is because, again, with my insurance agency, the Hall Insurance Group, we specialize in Medicare. All right. And a lot of times we do turning 65 dinners. And one thing I have noticed a trend is that a lot of the people coming there are getting divorced.
Wow.
Yes. And according to the U.S. Census Bureau, okay, people over 55, so that 55 to 64 age range, has the highest rate of divorce. Actually, 43%.
Oh, wow.
Are getting divorced. They call this the great divorce. So, and a lot of times they divorce after the children leave and things like that. They feel like they don't have anything in common, nothing to hold them there. How did you all stick it out?
Well, first of all, we wanted to honor our vows, the vows we made before God and for the witnesses. And then plus we communicate a whole lot. We talk about everything. And we have learned that communication is the key.
It truly is. And I know that you have like a 5-point communication type of rule. Tell us about that.
Yes. Before you speak, I believe I have been doing this, and me and my wife do it. We take 5 seconds before we think, before we speak. Because if you take time to think and you think with your intellect and comment on your intellect, what you're thinking about, you can almost determine the outcome.
That's true.
So we have, learned to step back and before we speak, is it going to be constructive? Is it going to be edifying?
Yes.
Or is this going to cause more chaos? So we have learned to just learn how to communicate. And I've told her and she's told me, if she wants to leave, and if I see her packing her bags, I'm gonna pack my bags too.
Okay. I love that. I love
And my husband and I, we are best friends.
Yes.
And we don't compete against one another.
Okay.
We cover one another.
Yes, and you know, it's been times where I want you to know marriage is difficult.
Yes.
And it has been times where we have literally, I'm packing my bags, I'm leaving. But one thing I believe that kept us together, we didn't fall out of love at the same time.
Not at the same time.
When she wanted to go, I was holding on.
Okay.
When I wanted to go, she was holding on.
Oh, wow.
So we just thank God for that, you know.
I love it. That's so nice. All right. So, First Lady, I was reading your bio, and you said that you teach the women of Greater Love Church that it is your responsibility to make sure your husband makes it into heaven.
Absolutely.
Okay, tell us
That's
about that.
our responsibility. And it's based upon 1 Corinthians chapter 7. And that is when you have one spouse that's saved and the other spouse that's not saved.
Okay.
It doesn't give you an opportunity. It doesn't give you the opportunity to just leave the relationship. You can let your light shine before your unsaved spouse and introduce them to the Lord and Savior that you have found.
Yes, I love that.
And so we have decided if you have an unsaved person and a saved person can stay together, why can't two believers work it out?
Hey, that's a real big thing. And you know, it's about 50, they say about 50% of couples are divorcing, like ending divorce. So that's a big deal.
Yes, and you have to keep it exciting.
Yes.
You know, you can't just sit in the house. We're older, but we're not dead. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So me and my wife, we travel a lot.
That's how
and
you
we
keep
travel with family, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and we communicate on what we want. Because, you know, when I was young, you know, I could look at things and I was good, but now I got to look at it, I got to think about it, I got to rub it, I got to squeeze it.
Yes.
I mean, you know,
it takes more.
It takes more.
Your body, listen, your body changes. I'm in my mid-30s, and I have changed since I
Yes.
was in my 20s. So I could imagine being with somebody 39 years. They don't look the same.
Yes.
They're not the and even mentally, they are
Yes.
not the same.
And I've learned with men, sometimes we like to rush. You know, I used to like to rush in certain things. My wife had to tell me, slow down, you know.
Yes.
Sometimes we just have to take our time, you know, in certain situations.
Absolutely.
And timing is everything. Bishop had to be very careful. In 2003, I lost both of my parents within 3 weeks of one another. And I was very emotional.
Yes.
So Bishop had to pay close attention to my emotions every July.
Yes.
And it took you some time to learn that, right?
It took me some time to learn that. That's the form of the several forms of communication, you know, verbal, nonverbal, and emotional awareness.
Yes.
So verbal, you know, you speak good, edifying words to your spouse. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize, you know, our body language says more than what we think. Because, see, being silent, you know, you like, what's going on? So body language, facial expressions, you know, and that's what I teach in my marriage counseling.
Absolutely. So listen, love after 50, love after 60, right? I think it's totally different because you've kind of made it a lot through life, right? And your life looks totally different. You might have kids now, right, that are grown. And you might have had, I know somebody who's a widower, right? And he had to hop back out in the dating pool. The world looks totally different because you've been married for decades. What would you say to a person who's older and they're looking for a relationship?
What I would say is that you have to communicate what you want. And it is okay to love again.
Yes.
You know, after a divorce or after a death, it's okay. So I recommend that you know, get a part of a senior group or your church and communicate with your friends.
What about going online?
Well, I would say be careful of going online because, you know, you especially you're older, and I've heard a lot of sad stories about people online thinking that they're loving, that the person is real, and, you know,
It's not.
and the
It's a
person is
bogus
not.
person.
But you know, though, actually, they say now over 43% of relationships actually started online.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
that is the statistic.
Now,
You know,
we're
so
not
this happens.
saying that you can't seek a relationship online. All we're saying is with anything, just be careful
Yes.
for
and
sure.
make sure that the people are real.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. So,
And then
okay.
you can, tell your friends.
Yes.
And then plus, a lot of us are set in our ways.
Ooh,
Sometimes, an old dog can't learn new tricks.
I
can.
love that.
you
Let's
have to
clap
be
for that,
willing-
right? Yes.
You have to be willing to change and communicate what you want and tell your family members, friends, because I consider myself a matchmaker also,
Okay.
So I see somebody, I have matched people up. So let your family and friends know that you want the love again.
All right, listen, so speaking of a matchmaker, right? You all do premarital counseling and we don't have much time left, okay? I'm gonna ask you this one question. When you're doing that pre-marriage counseling, what is the one difference between the couples that are gonna make it and the couples that won't?
Well, what I've learned is that I can discern whether they are listening, if they're listening to me, and then I put them through different tasks. I give them a task, to take home, and when they come back, whether if they have,
Completed the
completed
assignment.
the assignment or not, and that way I can tell, they're really not engaged because get relationship. You have two worlds coming together. And you have to blend those two worlds together, especially if you have children, from a previous relationship.
Yes, I love that. I love that. So listen, tell the people how they can get in touch with you.
Well, I have a website, and it's bishophlspencer.com.
Okay.
Or they can call the church, 919-833
5-5.
5512. You see, she's
That's
gonna help me.
yes, she is. She is. She is. Well, listen, I truly appreciate you both for coming on. Okay, like definitely can't wait to hear more from you all. All right, and then we come back next. Okay, we are going to have our Ask Mel segment. Thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Hey there, are you a business owner or business whose product enriches the lives of people 50 and over? Well, guess what? The Golden Report with Medicare Mel may just be the platform for you. We give you the opportunity to reach seniors via in-person, online, television, and radio. So if you would like more information on being a sponsor, go to MedicareMel.com and check out our sponsorship package today. Remember, your next customer could be a click away. So welcome back to the Golden Report with me, Medicare Mel. I am your host, okay? And we have a special segment here called the Dear Mel segment, okay? Where the viewers write in and I give you advice to help you sort out your life, okay? So, and if you would like to write me and help you sort some things out, go to hello@medicaremel.com and you can write me and hopefully I'll answer, okay? So, here's our first letter, okay? Dear Mel, I'm an active widower with 5 grown children. Although 3 of them live in the same city and 2 live in a city nearby, I haven't heard from or seen them as often over the past few years as I would like. I realize that I miss their company and I like them to call or see me more often. Aww. I understand they have their own lives, but I don't think I'm asking too much. I like them to understand that a pill won't cure me of loneliness as they suggest. Oh, wow. Okay, they're blunt with it, right? Get a pill. So anyway, won't cure me of loneliness as they suggest when I tell them I'm slowing down. Their answer is to tell me to see a doctor. I can't talk to them about increasing our visits and communication because I was raised with the idea that you automatically respect your elders and parents. Shouldn't have to ask their children to visit them or call to ask how they are doing more than every few months. I thought about perhaps reading this or you saying it on your show might remind them that not to wait until it's until it's too late. Have you any suggestions on how to encourage my children to involve me in their lives? Signed, Lonely in Raleigh. I know, right? Wow, that's so sad. First thing here, okay, after reading this letter, one of the things that I have seen, okay, when it comes to people getting older, is that people often forget about them, right? It's times that people remember older people when it comes to election season, right? And most of the time, families when it needs money, when they need money, right? Unfortunately, Lonely in Raleigh, you cannot make your family do anything, okay? And one thing I have learned is that you do not want to go where you are not wanted, okay? I hope they do see this show, and I hope that maybe it does make them reach out to you in some type of way. But in the meantime, maybe you can be proactive. It maybe pop up. Maybe that. But also, too, I would look into maybe joining an organization such as, your local senior center, right? Where they have activity for seniors. Because, if you're lonely, maybe you might need more peers, right? I understand that you might want to see your grandchildren. Maybe you can volunteer at an organization that works with children. Maybe even have something like, I know foster care is a system that is very overloaded, and sometimes they need emergency care. And I think that's something, especially if you have so much time, maybe you can have somebody come stay with you overnight or something like that. There are things out there that you can do and be around people who want to be around you. I think when I read this, that's the number one thing I hear. You're lonely, but if your life was full of people who wanted to be around you, maybe that might help you out. No, it's not ideal, or exactly what you want, but if they don't see the importance of you, because you are important, okay? No matter what age you are or what's going on, you still are important, okay? Be around people who want you. And I'm telling you, you could just type in volunteers in Raleigh and pick an organization and get involved. And, I hope that fills a void in your heart. What do you all think? Yes, for sure. All right. So listen, y'all, our time is up, okay, unfortunately. So our next episode is so juicy. We have Mr. Steve Malik. He's going to be on of the NC Courage, okay? And we're going to have realtor extraordinaire Melanie Mickles. She's going to teach you how to buy a house over 50 with one payment, okay? That's right. So make sure you tune in. You can go to MedicareMel.com to watch. If you're local here in Raleigh, Fox 50 at 5 a.m. or the Light 103.9. And as always, okay, thank you so much to our lovely crew, DJ, and our love givers. And of course, don't forget to tell a friend to tune in, because the Golden Report with Medicare Mel is not to be missed. I love it. Thank you.